Hi YouTube! Today I am making spaghetti squash chicken tetrazzini, and here I have some cubed chicken. It's just cubed up into bite-sized pieces, and I am cooking it, just browning it off in a little bit of seasoning, the Lowry seasoning salt, and a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. Yesterday I sauteed up an onion and a couple of tablespoons of garlic, because I knew I was going to be doing this today and I wanted that element in there. So I'm just going to cook that in. And this is going to be one of my all-in-one deals here, all-in-one pot. It's raining and I'm feeling lazy, and well, when am I not feeling lazy? But you tell me, with 6 kids, 6 boys, come on now. Okay, now while this is cooking up on high, I have my oven preheated to 350, and here, let me see if I can get you in on it. Here I have one entire, keep in mind I have 6 kids, I have one entire spaghetti squash that I roasted at 350 for I think an hour yesterday, and I just shredded it all like you're supposed to into little spaghetti shreds. Right? No salt, no pepper, no olive oil, no nothing. Just, you know, as pure and clean as we can get it. And we're going to add that here in just a second, along with some other ingredients. Now, keep in mind, you can make this recipe as dry or as wet as you want it. I want it pretty saucy, because I went to the grocery store, and I got some highfalutin bread. We got jalapeno cheddar cheese bread, we got rosemary bread, we got Lucien bread, we got ciabatta bread. We spent like $40 on bread, which is actually not ridiculous, considering that for some reason we just went like on a bread strike in this house, and we really haven't had bread in like 3 months. So for some reason, me and the husband went and saw the bread at the store on Sunday and just went freaking bananas on the bread. So and you know what, just get it all cooked up. It's, you know, it doesn't have to cook all the way through, because we are going to toss this in the oven. Now, another thing you're going to need a small can of peas and carrots, or half a can of peas and half a can of carrots, depending on how much veg you want in it. But I'm only going to use 1 can of peas and carrots, because I've got the spaghetti squash. And then, like I said, I want mine really saucy, so I'm going to put in a family-sized can of cream of chicken, a family-sized can of cream of mushroom, and I am going to also put in, because it'll be too salty if you just put that in without any liquid, so I am going to put in 1 cup of milk, to which I have added, just for color, not necessarily for flavor, to which I have added, I don't know, like, what, half a cup of parsley, dried parsley, so it's rehydrating nicely. So let's go ahead and give this a final stir here. Oh, and you know what? You're also going to need some Parmesan cheese. It doesn't have to be an $8 wedge of cheese. It can be generic, which is what I have, and it's all, there we go. Okay, so my chicken is brown. I am going to add my spaghetti squash to it. And this one is for Bear Prepper, because I told her, boy, woman, do I have some recipes for the spaghetti squash. She said, start talking. So, and it just took me a while to get around to it. Oh, forgive me. I hope she's not mad. But let's get the spaghetti squash all stirred in. There we go. And as it heats up, you'll find that it spreads, better. Once it heats up, the spaghetti squash will move around in the pan a lot more fluidly. But I'm going to bring you back once I get the squash all incorporated and heated up, and before we add any more elements. So I'll be right back. Okay, and we're doing a little bit better with that spaghetti squash. Now I've added another element here, which is unseasoned squash. So I am going to just throw in maybe 1/8 of a tablespoon of salt, which I did. I don't think you could see that because I did it from like way up there. But so I just threw in just a little bitty touch of salt there to give the spaghetti squash a little flavor. And then I am going to grab this thing, rubber spatula. There you go, brain fart. And I'm going to add the family size can of cream of chicken. And I thought this recipe would be ideal for Bear Prepper because she has her cream of mixes, you know, her cream of question mark, I think was her video. And she did a lot of good things with mushrooms. So now we're putting in the cream of mushroom. And then we're going to give that a little toss around. There we go. And then we are going to add the can of peas and carrots. And I'm going to break away here for just a second because I just remembered one very important element to tetrazzini that I am not putting in here, which is mushrooms. So when we come back, I'll have mushrooms. All right, and here we go. 1 can of mushrooms. Now what I like about this is that it called for the spaghetti squash, and while I was at it, I went ahead and did up a butternut. So it's, you know, basically I did it yesterday when I had the energy in the middle of the day, and I just put it in, you know, the squashes in, and I basically forgot all about them. And now I'm going to add, and you know, and then I did the scraping of the squash and the peeling and chopping of the butternut, like I said yesterday when I had the energy, and then I just put them in Tupperware in the fridge. There goes the milk and the parsley. So now I can do anything I want with them because they're already done up. It just wouldn't be me if I didn't have a spill. So we're going to get that milk fully incorporated in there with that soup. And then we are going to add as much or as little, that is like spaghetti, as much or as little Parmesan cheese as you like. Gravy. I want that flavor to permeate. I've seen people do this with cheddar and with mozzarella and with all kinds of stuff, but to us in this household, nothing beats the flavor of Parmesan, even if it is imitation flavored Parmesan. So just mix it in, and then after we do that, we are going to, hold on just a second, we are going to top it with some breadcrumbs. Okay, I had quite a debacle the other day when I made the cream cheese roll-up thingies because the breadcrumbs didn't brown, but that's not really a major issue here in this house. So, you know, just so long as the element is there and my kids, you know, go, oh, interesting, nice, okay, that's really all I care about. So basically I'm going to put the breadcrumbs on. Oh, and these are just already seasoned breadcrumbs. And then we are going to turn off the fire and put the whole darn thing in the oven. I don't know. Let's go 30 minutes and see what we get. And we'll be back when it's time. And there we go. Spaghetti squash, chicken tetrazzini. And let's plate some up. Let me get a little plate here. And we will serve it up. Oh. Wow, that's nice. So it looks like we're going to be able to put some crusty bread on the side here. Oh my gosh, and it smells incredible. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And then with a little extra Parmesan cheese on top, eating at home, it's the best way to go.